Very well, so we can start. Oh, hold on a second. Very well, guys. So this is what we're going to see today. We have a review of what we saw during this unit. All right, this is some adjectives of personality. Okay, let's see. Do you remember how we can ask in English? ¿Cómo es una persona de personalidad? ¿Cómo podemos preguntar cómo es una persona? About their qualities, skills, acerca de sus cualidades, habilidades. What is the question we can ask in English?
Física, o sea, de que cómo es ella como físicamente, o sea, con apariencia sería como,
No de apariencia, de sus cualidades y habilidades. How could we say that?
no sería como, who are you like, algo así.
Yes, so you can say, what are you like is for the physical appearance of a person, right? What are you like? Physical appearance. How are you like? How are you like is the question for adjectives, for describing the personality of a person. So again, what are you like is physical appearance, and how are you like is personality. Okay. So this is the question, how are you like? Okay, so we checked the last class you had with me. We checked these different qualities and skills that we use like during when you are on a professional context, when you're at work. All right. Okay, so we are going to have just a review of these adjectives, and then we're going to see some more vocabulary words. Okay, so first I see here Cesar, if you could please help me read number 1. We're going to read number 1, and please choose the quality, the word that can complete this sentence, please.
Yes, Lola is extremely talented. She plays the piano well.
Okay. So the word is here, extremely talented. It has it ends in ed, this word. So we say talented. Very well. So we say talented.
Teacher,
Yes.
what page?
What page is that?
Yes.
I'm not sure, he doesn't see, but it's the review of the unit 2. Here it says it's a page 21, sorry, page 21. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, well, so that's it. Very well. So here is talented. So she plays the piano. What is other quality you think a person who plays the piano has? What do you need to play the piano well?
Patient.
Yes, you need to be patient. You need to show patience. Okay, very well. So maybe you need to be patient. You need to disciplined. You need to be disciplined. Also maybe passionate. Very well. Let's check next one, number 2, please. Lisbeth, can you help us read it, please?
Yeah, my sister is she never gives up.
Is very, what is the word? And we have this phrasal verb give up. What is the meaning of give up?
Rendirse.
Exactly. So how do you call a person who never gives up?
My sister is very determined.
Very determined. Exactly. Determined. Okay. Very well. So you can notice that there are some adjectives that we get them from verbs. Talented is, we could say that is an exception, but for example, we have the word determined, right? The determined is the base form of the verb. So from the verbs, you usually can get two endings. You can get the ing, pues decir, something like determining, que sería determinante, determining, determined, determinado. Okay. Another verb could be let's say the verb let me think about one. Okay, so you have, for example, the verb smile. Okay, so smile is a verb, and you can modify this so you can get smiling, which would be sonriente. You can have another verb, for example, worry, que es preocuparse, right? So if you say worried, it means
Preocupado.
preocupado, yes. And if you use the ing in this case, you say worrying.
Preocupante.
Preocupante, exactly. Okay, so something important in English is, and that can help you identify some words, is to check the base of some adjectives, right? So with knowing the base, once you know the base, you can transform them into nouns, adjectives, etc. Okay, let's see the next one. Number 3, please. Can you help us, Carla, with reading number 3?
Don is pretty shy. He gets along with everyone, but he doesn't talk very much. However, his sister is very sociable. She talks to anyone.
Very well. Okay. And remember, we also have talkable. Talkable. Do you remember? Do you know what the meaning of talkable is?
Parlanchín.
Very well. Yes, parlanchín, so it's like a person that is sociable can be talkable. Okay. A person who is shy is usually, what do you think is the opposite of talkable?
Reserved. ¿Cómo se dice reservado?
We could say reserved, but talkable. I think we could use maybe quiet, right? Quiet, callado, right? Quiet, talkable, shy. So shy people can be quiet. Sociable people are usually talkable. Okay. Osvaldo, please help us with the next one, number 4.
This, my boss is very strict. We can't be late to work, and he gets so angry about the little things. I wish he were easygoing.
Very well. And Excellent. So here we would say strict and easygoing. Okay. What is the meaning of easygoing?
¿Es como relajado o algo así?
Very well. Relajado. Like a person who is friendly, right? Easygoing is a person who doesn't scream at you, no, doesn't fight. Very well. 5, please, Diego Gallardo, help us with the number 5.
Wait, teacher.
Number 5, please, the one about Tonya.
Tonya is so she run with her friend and she get frustrated when they can't keep her up with her. Que Tonya es muy.
So Tonya is so impatient. Do you remember what is the meaning of keep up with? This is the first verb that we checked the last class, keep up with.
Como pues no puede esperarla, no puede estar tranquila con ella. Es que me confundí con el de arriba, donde dice my jefe. Bueno, my boss is very. Pensé que era mi jefe, era impaciente.
No, it's number 5. It was about Tonya. Tonya is so impatient. Yes, it says she gets frustrated when they can keep up with her. Okay, so in this case, Tonya runs with her friends in a park, and she's very fast. So her friends can keep up with her. They are slow. So she gets impatient about that, right? I don't know if you ever felt like this, right? I don't know if you ever feel like sometimes you are better in some things and some other people are not. So you feel like you have to be patient with those people who are not as good as you in something, right? Maybe something at work, maybe in a teamwork, maybe in a school project. And the other ones are a little bit slower than you, right? On the other hand, you may also be the one who is slower than the others, right? And the other people you can feel or have the perception that they're better than you. So you need to be patient also with yourself, right? So it's like when we compare ourselves, ¿no? Como cuando nos comparamos con otras personas. So it can be, for example, like in a race, like when you run with your friends, it can be even with English that you can say, I have this classmate, I don't know, any of you, and you're like, oh, but he speaks so well, he speaks so well. Ya puede hablar, puede hacer algo, articular más oraciones, y yo no puedo todavía decir algunas cosas, right? So sometimes we compare ourselves with other people, and well, in this case, you have to be patient with yourselves. You have to be patient with, sometimes more than patient with others, you need to be patient with yourselves. That's like, I think more difficult to do. Okay. All right, so you can see that we have the name Tonya. In Spanish, we say Toña, ¿no? Porque viene de Antonia, right? So in this case, because the people who speak English, they don't have this letter, como ellos no tienen la ñ. Entonces, lo más parecido es esto, la N con la Y, right? That's how they can pronounce something similar. Yeah, okay. Please help us, Emmanuel, with number 6.
Barry is passionate about so many things. He loves rock women the most.
So very well. Barry is passionate. like he loves, right? Okay. Very well. Guys, do you have any questions about these adjectives?
Sí, teacher, una duda con el número 6, donde dice loves rock climbing the most. ¿Eso es un phrasal verb también? ¿O qué significa climbing the most?
Climbing, escalar, and the most is the superlative. Es como, he loves rock climbing the most. Lo que más le gusta es escalar. Aquí rock se refiere a las montañas, rocas, ¿no?
Okay.
Son rocotas, ¿no? Montañas. Yeah, he loves rock climbing the most. Y se pone the most al final para decir que eso es lo que más ama de cualquier otra actividad que él pudiese hacer.
Okay. Thank you.
For example, I like pizza the most. Es lo que más me gusta. What do you like the most? ¿Qué es lo que más te gusta? What music do you like the most? ¿Qué música te gusta más? So you use the most to say like your top favorite. Cool. Very well, guys. So now we're going to check the next thing. It's okay. I will share with you this link that is from the Cambridge Dictionary. And we are going to learn something about, we're going to learn about suffixes. Do you know what is a suffix? ¿A qué le suena suffix or suffixes? Suffixes. In English, well, also in Spanish, but we have prefixes, suffixes. Tenemos prefix and suffix. Okay, so prefixes are some words that we could say like accompany or make, they finish making the word. And they come before the word. That's why they call prefixes. O sea, vienen antes de. Okay, pre is antes. And we have here suffixes. So when we talk about suffixes, it's after the word. O sea, va al final de la palabra. Where are we going to check this? Because in adjectives, we have some interesting suffixes that will allow you to create words, and will allow you also to understand more words in English. Esto es algo que en inglés se llama word transformation. Word transformation. Y de hecho es una de las actividades que vienen en un examen de certificación, por ejemplo, tipo Cambridge. But we are not going to do that at this moment. We're just going to check how to turn a word into different parts of speech. Cómo convertir una palabra en distintas formas. For example, if we have a noun, we can turn it into a verb. Or maybe we can turn it into an adjective or an adverb. Okay, so in this case, we're going to check suffixes, es decir, pequeñas palabras que se añaden al final de una palabra para complementarla y crear un significado. En este caso son para los adjetivos. Okay, so notice the first one. The first one is this able, que able and able, ambos vienen el verbo en inglés es able. Be able to significa ser capaz de. O sea, es como un sinónimo de quién. ¿Ok? All right. Esto les va a ayudar a identificar muy bien los adjetivos. So first, you have some of them that come from verbs. Estos son unos adjetivos que vienen de verbos. Por ejemplo, drink. Drink. So I know the verb drink. Drink means beber. Able. Able es como decir capaz de beber. So drinkable, bebible. All right, bebible. So we can play with a combination of words. You try to think about a verb. You can add the able suffix, and you can turn it into an adjective. El siguiente, port. Port quiere decir portar, como verbo. Portable, portable, right? It's fun because it's very close to Spanish. Flexible. Okay, very well. Tenemos, por ejemplo, eat, que sería un no irregular. Eat. ¿Cómo diríamos si algo es comestible? Well, you would say edible. Edible. Ese es como un poco irregular. Edible. Okay. All right. We have also the word capable, que es como capaz de. Capable. Okay, let's think about another verb. For example, let's see, guys. How would you say, for example, digamos, alguien que entiende muy bien una situación, alguien que es comprensivo, all right? Entonces, esto viene de la raíz del verbo understand. Understand. Entonces, ¿cómo diríamos, esto es entendible? Entiendo esa situación, no me molesto, es entendible. How could we say that? Entendible. Partiendo del verbo understand y el sufijo able. ¿Cómo diríamos? Entendible.
Understandable.
Understandable. Tenemos también en ing, que ahorita vamos a ver el sufijo con ing. Understanding sería comprensivo. Understanding. Understanding person. Understandable situation. Una situación entendible. Understandable situation. An understanding person. Una persona comprensiva. Okay. We have control, control, controlar, right? Control. So how can we say when we are able to control something? Cuando podemos controlar algo se llama, in English we would say,
controllable.
Controllable. You know, it's fun because the word is pronounced able. Su fijo se pronuncia able, pero generalmente cuando está con otras palabras vamos a decir able, controllable. Okay. Okay, question, cuestionar. Eso es cuestionable. How could we say that? I question you because your actions are
Questionable.
Questionable. Exactly. And we have lots of words that are adjectives, porque todos estos son adjetivos, right? We can say a lot of things like you can say unacceptable. You can say demonstrable. You can say conditionable, discriminable, like all these. And the fun thing is that it's similar to Spanish. Es decir, cuando nosotros utilizamos la terminación hable, bueno, también es la misma en inglés, right? Just the pronunciation is different. This is one of the suffixes, able and able. Okay. Actually, there's no rule, right? No hay como una regla de cuándo será able y cuándo será able, pero bueno, en general habría como que aprender. O sea, es como muy parecido al español. Por ejemplo, sabemos que no, por ejemplo, con flexible no vamos a decir flexible, right? So it's very similar to Spanish. This is one of the suffixes. Remember, this suffix is for adjectives when you say that something is similar to Spanish, capaz de, que es posible. Drink, beber, able, capaz, que se puede beber, drinkable. All right. Well, I hope you're getting these. All right. Okay, well, we have here the en. It's often confused with the past participle of some irregular verbs. We have like the en, right? En, which makes the words, it turns it into an adjective, right? For example, you have the verb break and you say broken, which you means roto, right? Golf. Golf is only the material, it's a noun. Ese es un sustantivo. Lo convertimos en un adjetivo con esta terminación. So if you want to say that something is made of gold, so you say is golden. Golden, que es dorado, right? Golden. Okay. So the same with wood, wooden. All right. So can you think about any other example que tenga terminación en?
Fasten.
Very well. Although fasten is the verb, que quiere decir atarse, abrocharse, right? I would say, for example, we have forbidden, prohibido, right? Forbidden, or we can think about like some mushroom, hallucinogen, right? Okay, or it could be handwritten, escrito a mano. Okay. Straight es el verbo alaciar, right? Straight también significa que algo es recto. So straighten, lacio. We have some words that are like this.
Forgotten.
Forgotten, olvidado. Very well. Forgotten place. Okay. Very well. And okay, the next one, because for example, easy is for nationalities, right? But I would like to focus on the next one, which is full. All right. We can think of full as, it's not exactly the same, to be honest, but when you say full with double L, like, for example, a bottle that is full of water, right? Full significa lleno de. Pues imagínense eso también cuando tengamos el sufijo full, right? For example, forget. Forget, it means perdonar. So we could think forget plus full, lleno de perdón. Okay? Forgetful would be similar to misericordioso, alguien que perdona fácilmente, forgetful. Okay? Lleno de perdón. Someone who can give this. Help. Full. Lleno de ayuda. Helpful. Alguien que es útil. Alguien que ayuda. Right? By the way, that's the difference between helpful and useful, because in Spanish we say útil, right? Helpful is more for people. Useful is more for things, right? Useful es útil cuando algo se puede utilizar de cierta forma. Helpful is when the person offers themselves to help. Cuando alguien se ofrece a ayudar, decimos que esa persona es helpful. Okay. Can you think about other examples with full? ¿Podrían escribir o decirme algunos otros ejemplos de palabras que terminen en full? We have, for example, success. Success es éxito, pero yo quiero decir exitoso para describir a una persona. How are you like? I am successful. Very well. Successful, lleno de éxito, exitoso, successful. Okay. So I want you to think it that way, como que ahora para que tenga más lógica. All right. Que esas terminaciones. Another example, maybe beauty, lleno de belleza, alguien hermoso, we say. Beautiful. Wonderful. Another one. Lo contrario de forgetful sería vengeful. Vengeful, alguien rencoroso o alguien vengativo. So that's how we use this suffix. Manful, what do you mean with manful? Maybe mindful, right? Quizá mindful. No sé si quisiste decir mindful, Lisbeth. Parece que parezco como Google. ¿Quisiste decir mindful? Right?
Yes, teacher.
Very well. Mind, mente. Mindful. Like we could think lleno de mente. Well, in this case is something different, right? So mindful, consciente. Aware, alguien consciente. Ok. Pitiful, muy bien. Tenemos pity, que es pena. Pitiful. How could we translate pitiful? Pity es como, ay, pobrecito. Pity. Sentir pena, lástima. Pitiful, lastimoso. I don't know. Powerful, exactly. You see, there are lots of examples. So now I hope it makes sense for you. Ok. Lo opuesto de esto sería less. All right. We have less. So if full es completo o lleno de, less quiere decir sin. Okay. For example, home, hogar, less, sin hogar, homeless. It's the adjective, right? How can we translate homeless?
Como vagabundo, ¿no?
Yes, exactly. Como alguien sin hogar. Very well. Homeless, vagabundo. Hopeless. Hope, esperanza. Less, sin esperanza. So what do you think is the meaning of this? Hopeless. What is hopeless?
Como desesperanzado.
Exactly, desesperanzado. Y esperanzado, ¿cómo lo diríamos?
Hopeful.
Hopeful. Inútil. Useless. You see? Useful, useless. They are opposites. Okay, so tell me, do you have any questions about it? Any questions about this?
Teacher, ahorita que dijo lo de mindful, que es lleno de conciencia, mente consciente, ¿no? Algo así. Por
Es como
ejemplo,
consciente.
que está el mindfulness. Fullness ya es distinto.
Ah, ok, muy bien. Y ahorita lo que vamos a ver exacto es la terminación ness. This is, we're checking how to make some verbs or some nouns into adjectives. Transformar un verbo en un adjetivo. Ness is the opposite thing. You will make an adjective into a noun. Se convierte entonces un adjetivo en un sustantivo. Okay, for example, mindfulness, happiness, kindness, usefulness. What is the meaning of the ness suffix? So, like, for example, you have happy, right? So, happiness, felicidad. Kind is amable, so kindness.
Amabilidad.
Amabilidad. Usefulness. Useful, inútil. Usefulness.
Inutilidad.
Inutilidad. Very well. So, for example, we have mindful, mindfulness. Mindfulness. So, what do you think could be the meaning of mindfulness according to this example? to this explanation. Mindfulness is like, for example, about meditation. It's like conciencia, concientización, we say mindfulness. Pero estos son sustantivos. So remember that when you have a noun like happiness, no puedes decir I am happiness, right? Se dice I have happiness. Claro que, o sea, sí se puede decir, pero sería extraño decir yo soy felicidad, yo soy la felicidad, right? I am happiness. You can say I have happiness, tengo felicidad, or you can say I am happy. I am kind, I am useful. Okay, so when you use these are nouns, so you cannot use the verb to be. Okay, very well. So that is the meaning of the ness. Yes, that is ness. La terminación ness. Can you think about any other examples? Por ejemplo, tenemos, ¿cómo diríamos debilidad? Débil is weak. So, debilidad.
Weakness.
Weakness. Exactly. We have sweet, dulce, dulzura. How can we say that? Sweet is the adjective, but now I want the noun. Sweetness. Sweetness, dulzura, normalmente se utiliza como like a compliment, como un halago. Ok. ¿Cómo llamaríamos un estilo de vida saludable? Going to the gym, eating healthy is very common.
Fitness.
Fitness, right? Kindness, yes, aquí. Goodness. Goodness es como benevolencia. Goodness. Okay, very well. So that is how we make an adjective into a noun. Do you have any questions at the moment, guys?
No, teacher.
Okay, very well. So now we're going to see another suffix that is ment. Ment. This is usually pronounced more like men. Men. Okay, sin la T. Men. For example, we have amazement, disappointment, parliament. Okay, so amazement comes from amaze, que este es un verbo. Amaze es el verbo. Es lo que quiero que aprendan, como que vemos un verbo, una palabra larga, pero hay que aprender a ver la base. Ok, entonces la base es el verbo amaze. Y de aquí parte amazing, right? Asombroso. Amaze, asombrar. Amazing. And amazement. This is, again, a noun. Ese es un sustantivo. So, what do you think is the meaning of amazement?
Asombrado.
Asombra, es asombro. Asombro. Amazement. Amazed. Amazed sería asombrado. Amazed. Amazement. Asombro. Disappoint is, do you know the meaning of disappoint?
Es como desacuerdo.
Decepcionar. Decepcionar.
Una cita, ¿no?
So, no, es decepcionar.
Ah. ¿Qué verbo confundo con el de hacer una cita? ¿Cómo es, teachers?
Hacer una cita es appointment.
Ah, appointment. Okay.
Ajá, appointment. Ujú. Sí, parece, ¿no? La palabra. Aquí también tenemos, digamos, un prefijo que es this, que bueno, veremos en la siguiente clase los prefijos. But this is like doing the opposite of something, right? So disappoint is decepcionar, right? So disappointment is
Decepción.
decepción. Very well. Okay. Excellent. Well, parliament, parlamento, right? Okay, so this is another way you can make the some adjectives would have the ent ending. Some others could have, for example, the ety or ty ending, like brutal, brutalidad, brutality, equality, igualdad, o más bien equidad is equality, cruelty, crueldad. All right. So these are some of the suffixes in English. There's not a rule for which verbs or which change to some of the suffixes. It's something you need to memorize. Tell me, do you have any questions about these suffixes? ¿Tienen dudas acerca de estos sufijos?
No, teacher.
Okay, very well. So this will be easier for you to identify more words in English. Okay, now we're going to practice. One second. You can open Kahoot. Okay. So please join me in the next activity. We're going to compare full versus less. Okay, please join us in the activity. Okay, join us in the activity. Okay, someone else join us. Let's start.
One moment. Okay.
Okay, well, you can still join us. Aún te puedes unir. Check the link on chat. And this is the thing. Yes, okay. Aquí nos puede decir beautyless, right? In this case doesn't exist. Tendría sentido, pero no existe beautyless. You can only say beautiful. Yes. Let's go. Oh, well, that's too fast. Sorry, that's too fast. Very well. So pain, painful. What is painful? Tiene sentido, ¿no?
Dolorosa.
Doloroso.
Doloroso. Very well. Painful. Sorry, it's too fast. Let me see if I can amend it. Useful. Maybe I can modify the time. No, I can't, sorry. Or you have to be attentive. Okay, well, fear. Fear con miedo, right? So fearful, what is the meaning of fearful?
Miedoso.
Miedoso. Fearless. Sin miedo, right? Valiente. Thoughtful. What do you think is thoughtful?
Pensativo.
Pensativo, meditativo, very well. Okay, very well. So careful, careless. Pointless. What do you think is pointless? Point es un punto que tiene punto, que tiene sentido, right? Algo que tiene un punto, una razón. So pointless, what do you think is pointless?
Como sin sentido.
Sin sentido, yes.
Como desatinado.
Sin sentido. They say also nonsense. Vamos a ver los prefijos mañana. Okay, but you can say nonsense, pointless. Yes, let's go. Hopeful. Yeah, she's praying, right? Hopeful. ¿Será correcto decir hopeful o solo existe homeless? What do you think? Yes, in this case, hopeful doesn't exist, just homeless. Both are correct. Se puede utilizar helpful and helpless. Helpful, helpless. Helpless is more about the person who doesn't receive any help. Una persona que no se siente que está recibiendo ayuda. Una persona que necesita ayuda pero no se la dan. Esa persona sería hopeless. Perdón, helpless. Helpless. Alguien que no recibe ayuda. Helpless. I feel helpless. Como que nadie puede ayudarme. Feel helpless. Very well, in this case, both. También existe colorless, que sería sin color. Colorful, colorless. Excellent, wonderful, and wonderless, we don't have it. Powerful. Good. Very well, successful. Harmless, very well. What do you think is harmful in harmless? Harm is daño. So harmful and harmless, what is the meaning of both words?
Como inofensivo.
Inofensivo, harmless, and harmful es que sí es ofensivo, más bien que es peligroso, right? Okay, very well. So we are done with this activity. We finished. Sorry, I didn't share the code. Okay, guys, so tell me, do you have any questions about this activity, these prefixes, sorry, suffixes?
No, teacher.
Okay, well, so see you the next class. Thank you for joining. Have a happy week. Take care.